Picture this, you're walking into a career event where you will have the chance to interact with dozens of potential employers. There are hundreds of other applicants, so you know you only have a short amount of time in front of each employer to leave a lasting impression. But you're not worried, because you've developed an amazing elevator pitch, a short yet powerful overview of all your education, experience, and achievements that will leave each employer wanting to know more about you right then and right there. Today in this episode of Peak Demand, we're speaking with Jay Skipworth from the University Career Center to learn more about the importance of crafting an elevator pitch, how to build one, and how to use one. Today I have with me Jay Skipworth from the University Career Center.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here today. So, jumping right into it, why should a student develop an elevator pitch, and what even is an elevator pitch?
I'll start with the what part first. So very simply put, an elevator pitch comes from this fanciful idea that if you got on an elevator with somebody you wanted to have a professional conversation with, what would you say in those 30 seconds to get them interested in you? And it's usually built around like, what if you got on an elevator with Bill Gates or something like that? And that would probably never happen to you, but you will encounter people that you want to continue to have a conversation with, network with, etc. So that comes into the why. Why do you need that? Well, it's a good way to present yourself as a candidate in a succinct format, and it's a way to get someone interested in talking to you about where your professional goals are and helping you build those alliances and relationships you'll need as a professional.
Where might a student find themselves using an elevator pitch?
That's a great question. Anything from a networking event to after a class presentation, or even if you come to like an information session with the Career Center, you meet with an employer, or if you're at a conference or there's a speaker in your class, anytime where you're going to encounter someone that you want to build that relationship, that alliance with, is when you might use an elevator pitch. And it can even be at something like a career fair. It's usually the first thing everybody asks you is, so tell me a little bit about you. And it's also the precursor to the first interview question everybody gets is, tell me about yourself. For that, you can go a little longer. For an elevator pitch, you want to keep it short and sweet, obviously.
So could you break down for us the elevator pitch and say 3 to 5 components?
Yeah, so for every student, it should be your name, classification, major, what kind of opportunities you're looking for. Then a little bit about your experiences. Obviously, you don't want to rattle off your whole resume or CV to somebody, but you want to hit them with some things, and specifically things that are going to be of interest to the person you're talking to. And that's the last part, is knowledge about the organization or company you're talking to, why you're interested in them, why you want to have that conversation. But really boil it down to the simplest steps. It's who you are, what you're looking for, why you're interested in it, and what kind of conversation you want to have with someone. And the person you're talking to may not be the end result of who you want to get to, but they may be the opening door for you.
Right. Well, I appreciate you breaking it down in those simple steps. I think that's going to help out a lot of students.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's all about networking and relationships that you're building to help you get along professionally.
Most definitely. Where can students find out more information about how to develop an elevator pitch and the University Career Center?
Absolutely. Go to the Career Center's website, career.charlotte.edu. If you search in the site search bar for elevator pitch, you'll see a whole resource guide on how to do it that outlines a lot of what I've talked about. And you'll also be encouraged to meet with one of our career coaches. You can make an appointment through the Hire9er system to do that, to practice your elevator pitch, and they will let you run through that. You can either do that virtually or in person. You come by and see us. The Career Center is located next to the Atkins Library, just across from the Belk Fountain.
Appreciate it, Jay. Thanks
Absolutely.
for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for viewing this episode of Peak Demand. We hope this conversation has been informative to you and that you feel empowered to craft your own elevator pitch. For the Energy Production and Infrastructure Center, I'm Emmanuel Wallace.